To play on the adage that it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener on a battlefield, and the garden really being
Who said that?
What's that?
Whose quote is that?
I think that is unattributed.
That sounds like a Sun Tzu one.
I was going to guess that too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Of all the ancient Chinese, masters of war, he was just kind of the one I serendipitously landed on. There's
a ton of really good ones. A ton of really good ones I couldn't find the
only one is a good publicist.
Yeah, Jing Huang, Master Bing,
Captain Lee,
Lieutenant
Musashi,
Ping, Ji Huang.
Okay. Yeah. Zach says it's Musashi. Well,
very nice. I like it. He's got such a cool fucking story. I watched this YouTube documentary that was like 4 hours long about Miyamoto Musashi. He conquered Japan, took it under one flag.
At first, I thought Kyle was just pretending to know ancient Asian warlords like Taylor and I.
No, that guy's a badass. that guy was an actual badass. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems pretty cool.
Another one I like.
Wait, is he the one that won the duel with the wooden sword?
Says he was undefeated in his 62 duels.
Okay, this is a different guy than the guy I thought it was, but I also know this guy. This guy would do the kind of stuff that you see in samurai movies. He'd go into a town and be challenged by some punk from the local samurai training school. And he'd be like, I don't really want that heat. And they're like, no, for honor demands. And he'd fucking kill him. And all of a sudden, the next best guy from the school would show up and be like, you got to fight me now. And he's like, you know what? Where's your school? I'll just go there. And he'll kill them all. He'll go to their school and defeat anyone who will fight him. And they'll set up ambushes. He was notorious for showing up late to make his opponents mad. It's very honorable type combat. When one samurai is coming to fight another samurai, the seconds are waiting. You're sitting there meditating under a fucking tree, and he's 6 hours late. This guy's got CP time. And then, so when he shows up, they're furious, and it throws them off balance, fucking cuts them in half. Well, and everybody started to understand that. So they kind of got one step ahead of him, but no, he's 2 steps ahead. The next time he's got a challenge.
Yeah. Now he's 7 hours late.
early this time. He shows up 7 hours early. Climbs up in a tree and he's watching. He's like, "These motherfuckers don't want to fight. They're setting up an ambush." And he just jumps out of the tree and kills them all. He gets challenged by he was 6 feet tall, by the way, in 1200 Japan, which is a giant among men. He gets challenged by by another actual big guy. Finally, a heavyweight has challenged him. Come to this island. We're waiting, pussy. And he's like, all right, I'll be at the island at noon. Well, 6 or 7 p.m. rolls around, and here comes Miyamoto Musashi's boat being rowed by another guy. He spent the time sailing over, carving one of the boat oars into a handmade sword that's enormous, because his opponent has a special fighting style. He doesn't use a katana. He uses a big katana. I don't remember the name for it because I'm not fucking Japanese. A great katana, sure.
Yes.
Two-handed katana. And everybody knows this guy he's got extra reach with it. His fighting style is built around the heavy extra reach. He's built for that sword. And Miyamoto Musashi shows up, and they converge on each other, sprint up. First, the other guy throws his scabbard into the ocean in a rage because Miyamoto Musashi is so late, cursing his name for being dishonorable, showing up late to this honorable traditional battle. His seconds are over there. They're mad too. How dare you show up late? My master's been waiting. We've been waiting. And he throws.
They should have known by now.
And Musashi says something like, "A samurai who discards his scabbard doesn't intend to ever seat his sword. You have lost already." And so they rush each other, and in one motion they both swing. Musashi's headband is sliced off because the sword blade almost hits his head. He conks the other guy in the head so hard he kills him with the wooden fucking sword. One strike, dead. Everybody's pissed off. They're on an island. He looks at the fisherman that paddled him over, and he's like, "Let's get the fuck out of here." Hops in the boat and leaves. He never lost a fight. I think he died of old age.
Well, 61. So not.
This is amazing, but is it true? Because I might just steal these stories as my own.
It is true. It is the tale of Woody the Great. Yes.
I want somebody to take AI, go to Pika or Sora, and just take and make that entire clip for Kyle and post it to social media.
Yes, I want to see the battle with the oars.
Yeah.
Some of that does seem like
but with
more
Woody.
of like a
Use
lesson
Woody's
than a real
face. Woody's
story.
giving consent to use his likeness, and make Woody as a samurai go through that entire story.
Yeah, give him the eyes. Give him the eyes too. Yeah, that seems almost more like a teaching or like a parable. Like I would believe you if you said it was true, but it's like, how many times can you fool someone by showing up either 6 hours later?
Didn't have the internet. Okay, every time you did a thing like that, and those times, everybody's minds were blown because nobody ever seen it. Like information didn't propagate, and he'd usually kill the people he did it to. So
okay, so he was just that. He seems so close to just being a bully. Just going around fucking people up, being like, "I defy you! I just killed your strongest swordsman," and they're like, "All right, what do we do next? Send the second strongest guy out? This is like a reverse video game. You're gonna get fucked up even worse than that other guy. Like, what are we gonna do?"
He was a Ronin. He was a samurai without a master. His stepfather was abusive, kicked him out when he was like 12. He won his first duel at like 12 or 13. Like he killed a man with a sword in a sword fight. Is that what
Ronin means?
12 or 13. No, a Ronin is a masterless samurai.
Interesting. I didn't know that. That's
sort of a freelance. Freelance dates back to knights without masters who are a freelance. They, his primary weapon is the lance, so it's up for bidding to the highest bidder. Yeah.
That's cool. R.I.P. to Musashi. I'm trying to.
Right, I got another banger for you. Time is the only currency that you spend without ever knowing your balance.
Oh, very true.
Let not be perfect be the good. That is my favorite. Yeah. That one is Voltaire.
I prefer it being an Asian guy for some reason.
Okay.
I want some of that wisdom of the Orient.
That's just your anti-French propaganda.
Jesus Christ,
so good. Yes.
Oh,
so good.
It even made me more Asian.
You turned him into Keanu Reeves. Nice.
That's gonna be great.
Those outfits make me look fat. Do something about it.
Better armor, light armor next time.
It's gonna be great. There's gonna be a full-on like series of videos of Woody going on this journey.
Get into this.
I'm trying to look just out of the corner of my eye, learn more about this guy. But this is, sometimes you go to a Wikipedia page for someone and you're like, damn, I thought this person did more. And then other times the opposite. Like this is what I would, in my head, I'd be like, yeah, this is a nice 2-paragraph wiki. No, there's pages about this guy. So maybe there's maybe there's
opposite of Henry.
There's primary sources to support his life story.
When was the time frame?
Late 1500s to 1584 to 1645 was his lifespan.
Nice.
It does not say his height on here, but if you were 6 foot in Japan,
I've always read
that's big in Japan now.
Yes, it would be big in Japan now. Yeah, I've always read 6 feet about him, and that was. A lot of the great leaders, when you look back, it's like, whoa, he was 6'2". I think Washington was 6'2", like George Washington.
Washington was a big boy, but then other times you'll look it up and be like, really? Stalin was that little of a fella?
Yeah, well, he was a master of propaganda, right? So, he's airbrushing himself taller. And like, it's so funny.
He was doing a lot of Gandalf the Grey angles in those.
Oh, yeah.
He was standing in front of people.
Yeah, he was the OG of airbrushing. They would like literally paint people out of photographs with paint. Like he would be standing there with 3 people, and like over the years, like 3 years later, these were his 3 like guys, his close inner circle. But then he killed that one, so they just paint him out. Then they see the next production of the photo. He killed this one now, so paint him out. By the end, he's standing there alone.
Yeah, just take a new picture at that point.
With his arms around nobody, like smiling on the beach. He's killed everybody around.
Yeah, they're like overlooking a river. And he must have loved that picture so much. He's like, no, we're not taking a fresh one.
He was very pockmarked. He'd had smallpox as a kid and almost died from it. And so he was terribly scarred in the face. You've probably never seen a photo of what Stalin actually looked like. Like his face texture,
Right.
It says he was 5'5" or 5'6". 5'5". They don't know.
Kim Jong, I think it's Kim Jong Il. No, or Il Sung, like the grandfather, the one before Il. He had an enormous tumor on the back of his head, like kind of off center, like kind of behind one of his ears. And it was like a crime punishable by death to photograph that huge lump on the back of his head. There are very few photos of that thing. It's gross though. It looks like some Lord of the Rings Mordor shit
Incurable?
grew on
It
him.
seems like it'd be easy to fix a tumor on the outside of your skull.
Yeah, you just fly to France and like get it done. But I don't know. I know that he had it. I don't know if he ever got it taken off.
Yeah, I have seen the picture of him with some American diplomat, or I guess an American photographer didn't get the memo. Yeah. It's got a big, and the hair isn't even growing on it. That could have helped shroud it.
Oh, he shaved it.
Bad luck.
He
He
bald.
shaved it.
Yeah, he likes to rub it for good luck.
Ooh.
Like you be playing dice with this guy, you fucking rub that thing for good luck.
Wonder what
What was the thing from Total Recall? The thing that they had coming out
Quaddle.
there? Yeah, Quados.
Yeah, that's what he had back of his neck. Yeah, but that's so awesome to be so powerful that you're like, no one can notice I'm ugly.
No one.
No
They can't notice it, and if they do, they dare not speak it into.
Oh,
reality.
and were you about to say the dear leader Taylor has gained some weight? No, you weren't. Executed. No, you weren't. Face the wall. I'm svelte as ever. I'm not having friends removed like Stalin. I'm having like my head photoshopped on Arnold's body. It's really bad Photoshop because my empire is not very technologically advanced, but I'm an iron fist ruler.
Well, they also incentivize you to rat, right? So like if anybody says anything, they incentivize people to tell on other people.
The big thing is the collective punishment. You know, if I escape the border to China, they imprison / kill my whole family, like 2 generations up and 2 generations down. Like they get everybody. They round them all up and send them to one of those disappear camps they've got, which might have better food. I don't know. That place seems super scary. The fact that they're a nuclear power.